What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. PC Monk here with a disclaimer video which says the content of this channel is for educational purpose only and does not constitute financial advice. Any action or decision you take based on this information is entirely at your own risk and responsibility. You should always do your own research and analysis before investigating or trading in any market. Once again, no financial advice. Let's jump into this, boys. So I'm doing this for the YouTube. If I would just like to take the YouTube again, and we'll see what happened there. Without further ado, in the lower time frame, we're doing a rising wedge. A rising wedge usually end up with a crash to the downside, but that didn't happen, guys. What happened is we essentially went to the upside and swept the highs. All right, right here, this was the sweep, and it was a very interesting because when I was looking at it, it happened in very fast, and that was interesting. Once again, we came back down. We finally tried to come here and we hold it for a couple of minutes, I would say. Let's put it on the 1 hour, it's more interesting. All right. So again, after this sweep, we tried to come back down. Again, we got heavily rejected here. And then this happened. And after this, we had this candle, this big candle, big Bobby candle. And after that, we came a little bit lower. We again tried to touch, make a new low at least from this area, but that didn't happen. The buyers came in and defended it and then they pushed it higher. But right now, what's happening is we're getting a engulfing bearish candle right here on the 1 hour, and we're getting literally a reversal pattern or a reversal sign candle on Bitcoin on 3 hours. So right now, what's happening is this is a momentum candle that literally goes into this and half of this, okay? And after that, there was a retest, a perfect retest at the previous low that it could found, which was this low. All right, it got rejected at the low, came back down, and then right now it's holding bearish retest. And if this the other 3 hour candle literally is about to, maybe we do a little bit come up around 25.798. All right, but then we're probably gonna slice through this dotted yellow line finally and get us very nice sweep. We're to my 2 cents, I really think we're gonna come in around here this time. And if that happened, guys, if you hit this purple line or this black line, the chance of us to go higher will be very, very I don't know what to say, low, you know. But so right now our hope is okay. So what's happening is we're gonna maybe sweep the lows a little bit, hold that 25K and sweep that 25.1, very nice, and then come back up and hit that 29.3 around this area, right? That's the hope for all the bulls people. But if we lose that 25.1 and we go lower, then the longers would be shaken, bulls would be shaken. And this 3-day close is actually right now on an important level, I think, an important horizontal line. That's why I've made my own dotted line, as you guys could see this one. I put it there, so I'm just waiting for it to, move to somewhere else so I can bold my own. Anyway, so with that being said, guys, this is an important level to watch. And the reason why I think this is right now is going down is because of the candlestick patterns we're seeing right now. And obviously we have been consolidating around this area for quite a while, for I think 3 days or even more. Okay, so if I want to remove all these lower related timelines, as you guys can see, 3 days at least we were consolidating around it, and that gives me a sign that finally it's gonna lose it and go lower. And with that being said, guys, now, because we're slacking, there's like really not much to say, but I just want to do a review and the rest of the things that I think. So the first thing I want to talk about is I talked about the yesterday's sweep, right? The sweep was very nice. Now I want to talk about the other side. So RSI doesn't really uh, match with what we're seeing on the price move and the candles. So the RSI shows a extreme, not an extreme, but rather a little bit good move to the upside, which we're not getting that. We're barely holding this area. What I want to see is at least for a 4 hour body candle to close around here. Not just any body, not like a doji, at least a good body, something like this, including all these wicks. If that happens, then I would be maybe, opening some longs right around here. But if that doesn't happen, so if we just come a little bit lower and then hold the price here with a couple of dojis, that doesn't look good. I'm probably going to lose it. All right. So this level is very important to see what's going to happen and where we're going to go from now on. And I probably just removed my own dotted yellow line while I was trying to delete the unrelated stuff. So I'm going to put one again here. Anyway, so now let's talk about the fair value gaps, and then I want to talk about the Fibonacci's like always, but I'm going to make it a little bit shorter because that was at the 18 length video, before this. So right now, as we can see, we are holding this red line, which could be the other yellow line on the other chart, but I'm talking about another chart. So let's just focus on this one. This is our beloved rising broadening wedge. As you guys could see, every extreme was hit and at any time. So this was the first extreme, and now this is the second extreme. So will this extreme be like this? Oh, baby, that's hard to say. That's hard to say. But what we think is, if we lose this, it's going to be very hard to come back from it. All right, so we either hold it and do a little bit of sweep to the downside again and then go higher, or completely collapse. God knows, but we just making consumptions. Now, there's the value area high. The value area high intersects with this fair value gap. And once again, fair value gaps are only where the orders were not filled. They don't show if the orders were canceled after that or not. So in order to get around here, we have to first get to this essentially supply zone, which can intersect with this uh, point of control. Now, this value area low is literally the place that we were holding the price for a long time. I could just, update this if I may, all the way to here. There you go. As you guys can see. So the value area low is very valid. The point of control is very valid too. So, and the fair value gap. I'm gonna tell you guys, like this is the move that we're gonna make. Now, between these three levels, how we're gonna move first, I think if if these three levels are in play and we're about to hold this, then I think we're just gonna come around this 25.1, sweep it, and then come back down. Or sorry, come back up. Okay, just something like this, right? And after we come here, we're obviously gonna probably first maybe wick through here and come back here and consolidate like this, and then again try to come back and go higher. And if that happened, that would be good. Now, next thing I want to talk about is the Fibonacci levels. As you guys know, I had a scenario on based on the Fib levels. If the Fib levels were in play, what will happen is something like this. As we could see, thing going to come down again, and if we lose this line, or as you guys could see, this is like maybe 24.9 at like very like to the point of like before the collapse, like on the edge of the collapse, 24.980 or something. But then they pick it back up. Okay, so if and every line I drew was essentially mentioned around 25k. Even this line, which is got 25.1 around here, and what I think, and this line is actually that was the rising wedge. I'm sorry, the descending wedge that we were talking about before. What happened is these two lines became support, and this was actually a good support, and we'll see until now it's supported here, it's supported here, and we'll see if it supports again or not. If it does, we get to that 24.9 around there, we'll come back up. I think what's going to happen is we might want to spike up around this fib level, which is 0.818, and then come back down and hold 926. All right, and this is going to be our point of control. At that point, we consolidate around here, and then we try to go up in a way that we sweep and slice through this golden pocket. I think that's the way that shows us where the bulls are back. Uh, any crumbling, any slacking along the way would question the whole move. And with that being said, guys, I want to talk about this key now, and then a little bit of SPX and everything. I want to just end it maybe in 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes. Not an 18 minutes video. All right, so previously we talked about Dixie. We talked about that. It's good play a head and shoulder. As we can see right now, yeah, I talked about this on my own. Let me just remove these arrows. So as we can see right now, it's playing as we expected. It came down a little bit. This is the head, and the head actually on 1 hour gives us a perfect double top, as you guys can see, double top, and then right now it's gonna go down. So let me just get you guys on the 3 hour. The 3 hour essentially shows us an engulfing candle. This would be the bearish retest, and then voila, boom. We're gonna go lower today on Dixie, I think. So if Dixie gonna go lower, then stock's gonna pick up, right? Well, I mean, it's not always like that. Sometimes they all go down. Hopefully, it's not one of those days. One of those days is not good, boys. Okay, but I want to say that so yeah, right now this is took this, to come down. We come down very slowly. We're now doing a little bit of exhaustion move. We're just trying to take our breath back and then completely crash it. Probably going to hold around this demand zone, and if this demand zone holds, make the right shoulder and then completely come down. So I think this plays out, and then when we come around here, then we're going to take this liquidity. Now, all of this depends on the volatility that's going to bring us to the market today. VIX ain't showing any kind of move today. All right, let's just jump into NQ1 right now quickly. So NQ1 looks bullish. NQ1 exited the descending channel that we're talking about, and then regained the validation right here with the successful uh, retest of this exit. So I think this could go higher from now on, and we'll see what happens. SPX. SPX essentially, all it did yesterday was to come lower, right? Obviously, it did perform a sweep. Let me just remove this. It did perform a sweep, but what happened was kind of interesting for us that how SPX is slacking while Nasdaq is kind of a little bit more bullish than ES1, I would say. So ES1 literally, let's just talk about it. As you can see, this descending wedge is at the bottom of it. We talked about it. We talked about it. We're gonna come and sweep the lows, but like I said, I've talked about the volatility too. This whole thing could happen in a day, or we could just slowly come here. Maybe today we finally come here and then we pick it back up. I think we're maybe gonna hold around 44.64, 44.65 on SPX. See what happens. Or maybe SPX starts from 44 around here, 44.52, and does something like this. Could be a possibility. All right, that being said, guys, I don't think I have anything else to say. Uh, Stay safe, stay green, and yep, I'll be uploading this on my YouTube too. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for the support, and much love. Until next time, see you guys soon. Peace.